Hello everyone, this is the all new Hyundai i20. We previewed the car, it's time to drive it and tell you how it feels like. We have 5 primary questions today based on styling, features, how well does it drive, what else do you get with the car, and should you really buy the new i20 or not. So like and share the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now there's a lot being said and written about the all-new i20. So starting with the exteriors, I will quickly touch upon the important highlights that you see on the bodywork. Right up front, you get a grille which looks much like the Verna. Blacked out grille which is standard with this mesh type structure. In the middle, you find a Hyundai badging in chrome. Even the lights are swept back, all LED, and this is much like the Verna. You have a fog lamp casing, and the lower profile you see the bumper here, it is also reworked, a blacked out bumper. The hood has strong lines and the hood is of sinking nature. Moving on to the sides, you have 16-inch wheels as standard. The top trims get alloy wheels. The lower trims get stylized wheels. Now, as you know, the i20 now gets a brand new K platform, which means the dimensions have changed. In fact, the dimensions have changed for a good. The car is bigger now. It's longer in length. The wheelbase has increased and it's wider than ever before. Take a look at the waistline. Now, this waistline starts right from here and it goes up, up, up. It's a flyback design with a quarter glass at the C-pillar. Now this quarter glass increases the overall airiness, light intake inside the cabin. Even if you take a look at the closer detailing, like the chrome door handles. Now these chrome door handles have an asymmetric pattern around them. Now you have 3 i20 signature badging throughout the body profile. One is here on the tail lights, one on the side profile, and there's another one in the headlamp cluster. Coming to the rear profile, now this is where i20 stands apart from the crowd. One look at it and you can make out that this is i20 and not any other car. For example, this Z-shaped tail LED lights are signature to i20. Also, there's a chrome strip running right across the tailgate, joining the two lights at either ends. You have the Asta badging, top trim, i20 on another side, and the Hyundai logo right in the middle. Now the bumper has also been changed. It is a glossy black bumper. You have reflectors on the end of them, and interestingly, the tailpipe cannot be seen. Now to maintain a symmetric design, the tailpipe has been put right under the bumper. The boot space has increased by 26 liters. It stands at 311 liters. To give you a perspective, this sits right somewhere in the middle. You have the Jazz and the Tata Altras sitting above the Hyundai i20, but nevertheless i20 has gained some space right here. So it's time to get inside the cabin and see what has changed. The first question on looks is answered rather handsomely. From whichever direction you look at the new i20, I would say rather you'd be impressed. I have moved to the back seat. Now the new i20 gets a new platform, which means the dimensions have increased, the wheelbase has gone longer. I have positioned the front seat according to my liking. I am 5 foot and 8 inches tall, and you can see there's ample amount of legroom. Even the thigh support has been made better, it's conducive for long journeys, and two people can fit in comfortably. Third person would be a bit of a squeeze. Even the headroom is nice out here. There's a scooped out portion, which means even if you are 6 foot or above, I don't think that roof will come into the way. Now, in terms of conveniences, you have dedicated aircon vents, you have the USB charging point, a scooped out pocket here. In the center, you get a central armrest. However, there are no cup holders. You have two headrests. These headrests are adjustable. Now, when you are traveling in the rear seat, you would really love the music, the stereo system that has been given in this car. Now, Hyundai has offered the i20 with 7-speaker Bose system. You also get an Oxy Boost air purification unit. That's not integrated, and that's a added fitment. Also, you have a sunroof now. In terms of comfort and convenience, well, Hyundai i20 has really gone a notch ahead of its rivals. Even in comfort and convenience department, I would give it a above average score, a good score of around 3.5 out of 5 stars. Now, the third question we asked in the beginning of the video was how tech savvy is this car, or how feature loaded this car is. Now, to begin with, I must admit in this entry level mass market segment, there's nobody that competes with Hyundai in terms of features, in terms of kit, or whatever you like to call it. To begin with, you get a huge 10.25-inch infotainment screen. There's got a brilliant touch, vibrant, colorful, also comes with telemetry, inbuilt navigation, and it has more than 50 connected features thanks to Hyundai's BlueLink connectivity. Now, there's a lot in common with the Verna, just not on the exteriors, but also inside the cabin. Now, if the redone exteriors and interiors along with the new list of features have already impressed you, I would say hold your breath. Step inside the car and experience it from behind the driving wheel. Just like most other cars in Hyundai portfolio, this one also gets brand new engines. The one I'm driving is the 1.2 liter Kappa petrol engine, which has entered into its third generation. This gets a 5 manual or a 6 i20 transmission. You also have the 1.5 liter diesel engine, which only gets a 6-speed manual transmission. The good thing is, Tata Altroz will not just be the only car in this segment with a diesel manual. To spice things up, now you can call Hyundai i20 a hot hatchback, because the company has introduced a brand new 1 liter turbo petrol engine, which is good enough for 120 PS power, 172 Newton meters of torque with this car. All the three engines have their own persona. New personality is being thrown into the segment. The 1.2 liter Kappa petrol engine, which I'm driving today, I feel most buyers would opt for this engine. Along with that, if you want to have a thrilling, exciting engine for your day-to-day commute, you can go for the turbo. Also, for the diesel, people who are looking for excellent mileage out of their car can opt for the diesel. Now, this petrol engine that I'm driving has a good slug of torque in the mid-band. Once you go past 1200 RPM, the strong torque kicks in. The low-speed drivability is nice, is handsome, and that remains all the way till 3000, 3500 RPM before fading off or tapering off once you hit the 4000 RPM and close to the red line. Around 4000 RPM is the position when the engine starts to grumble. You find that noise creeping in from the engine. The diesel engine, we had a brief stint of it. It is also very refined. We have seen that engine with multiple cars from the Hyundai portfolio. The 1.0 liter turbo petrol engine is known for performance. A 0 to 100 claim is 9.9 seconds, and we are presenting a exclusive video on that segment, the performance of turbo petrol i20. Talking about the ride and handling, I would say the suspension is slightly on the stiffer side in the new i20. You'd feel that once you sit in the second row of the car, there is some bit of lumpiness when you hit a roadblock at lower speeds. However, the car glides over road imperfections when you're holding good speeds around the corners or even on highways, empty motorways. Now, I think the cornering stability has also increased in the car, and that's majorly because of the reworked structure. This cave platform, this brand new cave platform that has been given to this car is much more rigid, much more, has greater torsional rigidity, gets more high tensile strength steel, which means it's a even more solid framework you get with the i20 now. What it translates into real life is that you have better dynamics on road. Now you can dart the car into a corner, it comes out with precision. That's partly to do with the steering wheel as well. It's a brand new unit, no flat bottom, so there's no promise of fake sportiness. However, it has got a good character, and I like to drive this car because the steering wheel weighs up as you gain speed. It's engaging. If you are driving at 80-90 kilometers an hour, it weighs up well on highways. Quick overtakes are easy. Talking about the clutch, well, the clutch is light, but in terms of Hyundai standards, the clutch is slightly heavier than most other cars you find in the similar bracket from Hyundai. Especially in the i10 or the Creta, you would find the clutch dab to be a little more lighter, a little more subtle. Now the view from the driver's seat is excellent. You, however, sit slightly low, but the vision is uninterrupted. The outside rear view mirrors have been changed. The shapes have been changed. They are more compact, sleek, and longish in design. One of the major selling point of i20 would be the FE figures. For the petrol, 1.2 liter petrol, the FE claim is over 20. And in fact, all the engine options you get here will deliver you over 20. That's a claimed number. The 1.5 liter diesel engine would be good enough for 25.5 kilometer on regular run. And if that stands out to be true, it would be exciting. It would be a huge selling point for i20. Now, 4 out of the 5 questions, I think Hyundai i20 answered very nicely, and it has left me impressed. Now, there's another aspect that this car really scores well, and that is after sales thing. Now, you get wonder warranty with this car, which means you can have a flexible plan. If you drive a bit too much, you can opt for the 3 years, 1 lakh kilometer, or you can tone it down. You can come to a 5-year plan with lesser number of kilometers. So that flexibility Hyundai is offering with this car. You also get a harder frame, a more rigid frame. The car is lighter by 100 kilograms, and that has really reflected on the performance of the car. With that, you also get a few enhanced safety features, a few active and passive safety features. You get a stability control, you get hill assist control now. You already had ABS with EBD. You also get up to 6 airbags in this car. So a big thumbs up on the safety front as well. i20 as a brand stands on the legacy and trust of over 10 lakh customers in India. In fact, the new i20 ticks all the right boxes when it comes to styling, ride and handling, performance, and the comfort. Well, 2 interesting things Hyundai has told us. Firstly, in last 5 years, over 50% of the i20 owners have opted for the diesel variant. Well, that is something we need to wait and watch out, because in times of BS6 emission norms, prices have gone up remarkably. And the second thing, a major chunk of i20 buyers have been the top trim owners. Now, does that remain same? Because Hyundai has changed the game upside down, packing in so many features under one roof. That's all we have for you from today's review of Hyundai i20. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned with Times of India for further news and updates.